So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question in such a horrible manner. First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that.
Fuck, you can't get on me. I might jump on the stage with a stick on me. Every cornerback women got a pick on them. Every Glock in it big got a dick on it. How you watching my live, won't click on it. I'm a butt on a roll and no tick on it. They ain't tell you about real, got a kick on me. I just pray that my dog don't switch on me.
Reset TV was happening. It's gravitating away, and I'm back with another one. I'm curious on how many of you guys caught Trump with the testicular fortitude, right? Having the galls to go out to Chicago and face the National Black Journalists Conference, committee group, whatever. I don't really pay attention to that. But once again, Trump showing y'all he'll take it wherever he has to. Recently, the narrative is he's scared to go and debate Kamala Harris, when that's not the truth. Obviously, if you guys ever paid attention, Trump always goes on CNN, MSNBC, all of these left-wing platforms, right? But you never really see them return that favor. So the narrative is that Trump is basically scared to debate Kamala Indian Harris because he wants things on his terms, which is right. He initially thought he would be going back and forth with Biden. We saw the okey doke with that. And it's like, look, you got to do things on my terms. But nonetheless, shout out to the Black Conservative Perspective channel. He dropped the video and I thought I would react to it. I got a couple of comments and I read his comments. And this woman that we're about to be watching is basically telling us that, hey, this is how she feels and she doesn't apologize. And I'm with it, man. Allegedly, she's going to go off on the black journalist for doing such a horrible job in interviewing Trump. Also pointing out that Kamala Harris didn't show up. So let's check this out. Again, if you're new to my channel, tap in, man. Subscribe. Help me out. Let's break this algorithm.
Listen, before I start this interview, I'm going to ask y'all to, forgive my language in advance. Because I'm going to say some stuff on here that I don't use to sell my videos. So those of y'all who have sensitive ears, keep swiping. Let this be one of my videos that you swipe on by. Because, listen, playtime is over and the gloves are off. Now, listen, first I want to say thank you to my Chi-Town sister who, let me know that Trump was going to be in Chicago doing the interview. Now, let me say this. This was the most disrespectful interview I think I've ever seen. First of all, Trump knew when he went to this interview that he was going in the lion's den. Kudos, Trump, to you going to this, because this was some straight up bullshit. This girl was so disrespectful, it's ridiculous. The whole fucking panel was disrespectful, but it was so disrespectful, it was ridiculous. First of all, Kamala Harris didn't even show up. Kamala Harris didn't even show up because she don't feel like she needs to show up because she already knows she got the black votes lined up in Chicago and she don't have no respect for the black people. And let's not forget, she chicken shit. She complete chicken shit because she been saying she wanted to debate Trump, and this would have been the best time for her to be on stage with Trump and say whatever she wanted to say to him. But of course she didn't even show up. The doggone interviewers, they were 35 minutes late because they had no respect for Trump either.
I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said, you can't do it with Zoom. Well, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late, just so we understand. I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something was wrong.
I
think it's a very nasty question. I have answered the question.
And that's what I was talking about. Kamala Harris didn't even show up, y'all. If you witness how the Democrats handled Joe Biden with delicacy and care, basically going out of their way to misinform us, nah, that didn't sound right. To lie to us about his mental condition, his dementia that we were not allowed to even touch upon. Karine Pierre over there, the House Speaker, always kept trying to coddle the narrative about Biden. Well, that's what's happening with Kamala Harris. Clearly, homegirl over here is saying screw that. And again, I'm gonna have the link on the bottom, but y'all should check out that interview. It was disrespectful. They didn't even acknowledge Trump as former president, as sir, nothing. They just went straight into typical left-wing agenda politics and talking about everything but the man's actual policies. Mind you, these are the same people that act like Trump has never been president before. Let's continue on to the video.
Kudos to you for going into this bullcrap. Now, this interview didn't even start the interview off by saying hello, President Trump, or hello, former President Trump, or hello, Trump. She didn't even speak to him. She just went straight into the text. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't like Kamala Harris at all. Period. Y'all know I don't like Kamala Harris. But she is the VP of the United States of America. And then if I had a conversation with her, if I had an interview with her, the first thing I would do before I even started any question would say, hello, VP Harris, how you doing? That's the least respect you can give to anybody. But these disrespectful tricks, they have any respect for Trump. All they did was come out with a attack from the beginning. From the fucking beginning, that's all they came out with. Now, this dumbass trick gonna have the nerve to say to Trump, you know, tell me why should black people support you? You know, with your rhetoric and all this and all that, and why should black people support you? You lied about Obama, you lied about Nikki Haley, and that, let me tell y'all something. That's what a lot of the black community mad at Trump about, because Trump questioned Obama citizenship in the United States of America. And you know you cannot question King Obama, because black folks will have a fit. That's what a lot of them are upset with Trump about. Because you can't question their God. And a lot of black people, their God is Obama. Y'all get mad at me all y'all want. It is what it is. I said what I said, and I meant what the fuck I said. Yep, I said it. But let me tell y'all this right here. So she comes at Trump with all this old bullcrap. So, of course, Trump said, well, you know, I've done a lot of stuff for the black community. You know, he said the same thing he always said. You know, I've done more for the black community than anybody except for Abraham Lincoln. Then this dumb, supposed to be educated ass trick had the audacity to say with her brainwashed, brain-dead, simple-minded ass, so you telling me you done more for the black community than Lyndon B. Johnson, who passed the Voting Rights Act? This has got to be the dumbest bitch I ever heard in my life, and I've heard a lot of them. But she's supposed to be so educated. First of all, let me tell y'all something, because I'm tired of blacks acting like Democrats, and Lyndon B. Johnson did so much for the goddamn black community. Lyndon B. Johnson didn't have a fucking choice but to sign off on the Voting Rights Act, because Republicans passed it. He was the president of the United States of America, and he didn't have a choice but to sign off on it. It's not like Lyndon B. Johnson and the Democrat Party did a goddamn thing for blacks out of the kindness of their heart. They did it because they didn't have a choice, because Republicans passed it. And I'm so sick of these goddamn dumbass black folks acting like Democrats love us. They ain't never cared nothing about us, and they still don't. But y'all keep falling for this goddamn trap they keep putting out there, thinking they care so much about you.
Here's the thing, guys. The Voters' Right Act that was passed under Lyndon B. Johnson wasn't genuine as well, guys. I know a lot of black folks like to run back to that. Keep in mind, for that bill to have been passed, understand that the Republicans were primarily the ones that pushed that through. For the record, another fact, Lyndon B. Johnson was a devout racist. It's in his memoirs, it's in other people's memoirs about him. This guy literally looked down upon black folk. But see, I'm not trying to give you the touchy-feely things. I'm just saying, a lot of black folks that I know, and maybe some of you, they revere the Democratic Party. You know, it's the party of handouts. Nothing tangible, nothing that's gonna change your life or your family's life, but they are fear-mongered into staying on that plantation. It's a fear of, if they dare ever get out of it, maybe they feel pressure from other peers, family, friends that might turn their back on them if they figure out their political views. But nonetheless, this woman is hitting everything on the mark. I can't disagree.
I said what I said, and I meant what I said. But then, you know, shit goes on to act, you know, so you call, you know, Republicans and y'all said Kamala Harris is a DEI hire. Do you think she's a DEI hire? Fuck yeah, she's a DEI hire. She's a DEI hire. She was hired because she was a woman, and because she was a woman of color, and she started calling herself black. Then this interviewer gonna tell me something. Well, she always call herself black. You telling a fucking lie, because Kamala Harris called herself whatever she need to call herself to get whatever vote she need to get. I'm waiting on her to say that she's a trans woman, because now she's trying to get votes on the trans community. So Kamala Harris has been an enemy woman when she was running up there in fucking California. She became a black woman when she was running for VP and she needed the black vote. And like I said, I'm waiting on her to say she's a trans woman because now she's trying to get votes from the trans community. So don't sit up here and act like Kamala Harris don't switch with the wind because she can't. This was the worst interview ever. And Trump, I give kudos to you for even going into this bullshit because I wouldn't have went nowhere near. I wouldn't have went nowhere near, period. But let me tell y'all something. If y'all sitting up here thinking just because a person is black or just because a person is a woman that they got to jump in line with the Democratic Party or they got to vote for Kamala Harris, kiss the crack of my ass because I am a black woman and I'm not voting for either. I'm not voting for Kamala Harris and I'm not voting for the Democratic Party, and it is what the fuck it is.
Damn. Now that's what I'm talking about, man. Give it to me real. Don't give it to me at all, man. Look, man. If I was in Trump's position, first of all, people, again, I got to reiterate this. They like to say he's scared to challenge, Democrats, whether that was Biden, Kamala Harris, or even Hillary Clinton back in 2016-15. Seems to me that there's not a place this guy won't go and speak, right? And he says what's on his mind. People were troubled when he said Kamala Harris. He doesn't know if she's black or Indian because she likes to cosplay and flip-flop between whatever gets her votes. But let's move on. This black woman here is a national treasure for me personally because women her age from my neck of the woods would be saying everything opposite of what this woman just said. So it was refreshing to hear that from her. And I don't know what it is in 2024, even a couple years back, but in 2024, there are black folks that are waking up to the BS, to the nonsense. And I just have to ask you if you are a diehard, Democrat. I gotta ask you this, man. When you gonna get off that plantation? When you gonna get off, man? You're gonna miss the boat. The ship is sailing without you, and you're gonna be stuck in that party of handouts, of patronizing, of looking down on you. The same party that gave you Meg Thee Stallion and Quavo the other day, because they don't take you serious. They would never do this with other groups. They would focus on policies, talk about things that actually affect their lives or better their lives, that is, in their families, etc. But instead, they gave you a concert the other day in Atlanta. This woman right here, I rock with you, sis, man. This was Gravitating Away on Reset TV, and let me meet y'all in that comment section. How y'all like my girl over here keeping it real? Because me personally, I see a room full of black Democratic women. I'm not walking in there because I'm liable to say a lot of words my mother wouldn't like me to say. But that's just me. I'ma holla at y'all.